of the screen, this looks like Aga Khan Walk to me, and there have been protests. We've been seeing, it looks like 2 vehicles have been set alight. Prior to this, we've seen bins that have been vandalized and an exchange of tear gas with the protesters and the police, as well as projectiles. But there we have on your screen images of cars having been set alight in the central business district. And we have Seth Olale, who is on the ground. Seth, can you tell us what is happening?
Good afternoon. Very intense clashes between the anti-riot police officers and protesters. It is now very, very, very intense. You have helicopters hovering in the air, keeping surveillance on the ground. You have multiple sections of security agencies, including the GSU. There is also plainclothes policemen. There is, is very, very, very chaotic scene. Moi Avenue, Adambe Avenue, beg your pardon, now at the intersection between Moi Avenue, Adambe Avenue, and Haile Selassie Avenue. Right now, it's a no-go zone. This particular road leading towards Parliament buildings, leading towards the Treasury. What happened earlier was that the crowd that had actually assembled here, the protesters, actually what happened is that particular number kept on increasing, and now this led to a very, very, very heavy deployment of anti-riot police officers. Right now they are trying to repulse at least on the other side, and only as you can hear, this is now escalating. Very, 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 very heavy sound of discharge from police armory. This is now an escalation in terms of what happened actually an hour earlier, but this time it's like the security agencies are now gone full-blown in terms of repulsing protesters are trying to now move them region, upper section of Nairobi Central Business District, where right now the budget, the 2025-2026 budget presentation is now underway in Parliament. So the security agencies who are deployed here in their hundreds are now trying to make this particular crowd move away from the upper side of the Nairobi Central Business District, at least now to the other side of the CBD, where you usually call it River Road and the lower section. But it is a very, very, very heavy deployment of security officers. Protesters have managed to barricade most of the major roads leading to Treasury and Parliament. Now, in the midst of this particular clash and commotion, workers who were just leaving their offices. Remember that this only where we are right now at the Harambe Avenue. Many government offices are found here, that especially the office of the office of the deputy annex, the Harambe annex, just right opposite. And so it is really a critical infrastructure as far as security installations here is concerned. But right now, only I'm just walking to where a vehicle has just been torched. I repeat this, that right now we just managed to walk, and right now where a vehicle has been torched, and this particular vehicle is still on fire. Now this is just next to what you can call Kenya Cinema, also just near the Kenya Commercial Bank, and few meters also from the electricity house away. And so we can confirm right now that a vehicle has been torched, and on that other side also a lot of curious onlookers, also a section of protesters at that particular side. And this is now, escalating, Olive, as I mentioned, because earlier on it was just, the protesters were chanting, no justice, no budget, and also they were chanting, stating that this, we are doing it for the late Albert Ojwang. They were saying that this is for justice for Albert Ojwang. They also chanting anti-slogans against the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Eliud Langat, stating that he must resign, he must go, and they're not going to back away, they're not going to back down. But right now what we are seeing is a more chaotic confrontation, because right now it is not only chance. We are seeing at least 1, 2 vehicles have been torched, and this is just adjacent to Kenya cinema. Very chaotic, very violent scenes. Now, the most worrying part is that employees, some government officials, other businessmen and women who are now trying to, leave their premises, just to leave the CBD as fast as possible, have now been caught in this particular milieu, in this particular confrontation between police officers and the demonstrators. And right now they're being told to hold on. They're being told everyone is now being told to be indoors. Everyone is being now returned to their various buildings where they were coming from, and being told to wait until at least things calm down over here. And so we're just here, Olive, trying as much as possible just to, be on the forefront and just to get to, experience this as it happens, so that also we report factually and right, and what is just happening right. And if you can hear, Olive, there is air surveillance. This has been ongoing for now 3 hours, the air surveillance. But underneath the police choppers that are hovering around the CBD, you have a very intense clash between protesters and the anti-riot police brigade from the National Police Service, Olive.